was asked by somebody who follows me if I could send them some clips, or they were asking me about the live pedal and everything, um, about how it did with actual like soloing and things like that. Because most of the demos that he had heard, he said, were drones and stuff, which totally makes sense. You know, this was made by Earthquaker Devices and designed for Sun, and they're a drone metal band, so it makes perfect sense why most of the demos would be drones. But I thought if I was going to be looking over this, I'd go ahead and bring up some other pedal options that get pretty close. I would say the one out of all four of these that gets the closest to the sound is actually RNRMF out of Australia. And they're a pretty new company and everything, and this is a pretty affordable option compared to the live pedal. Now, the Alpha Hunt is about the same price these days, now that Earthquaker Devices has released the version 2, I believe this is, maybe version 3, I think it's version 3. It's really brought down the price of the live pedal overall. So it is a bit more affordable now. And this one is actually, it's kind of funny. Actually, let me mention this one first. This is a pedal by Kink Guitar Pedals, also out of Australia. And this one is actually a joint venture from RNRMF and Kink Guitars called the Chthonic Fuzz. So all four of these can get kind of close. I would say the one that gets the closest is probably the Guitardis. That's the name of this one. It probably gets the closest. This isn't going to be an in-depth view of any of these. It's just going to be kind of a quick glance over, show you, how close these pedals can get to the sound of the live pedal. And we're going to try and stay away from droning on this one, which won't be super easy because it is. It definitely makes you want to play some drone metal and everything. Before I kick off into this, I do want to say I am not a metal player by any means. I am mostly an ambient guitarist. So there is definitely people out there who could demo this way better than I could. And I highly encourage you to check out some of those other demos and stuff. There's some really great artists that work in this field and everything, and like Devin Blue Whitaker, Spectre demos, Ann Silikowski, Demos in the Dark, Gear Fever, Search Find Search. I can go on and on and on. But there's some really phenomenal demo artists and everything. Hondo Fielder, he did one of these, and he's a bass player. Absolutely incredible. So definitely check out him. But like I said, this is just going to be a brief overview. We're just going to kind of glance at it, chill. This isn't a big serious thing. So, yeah, let's just kick back and listen to some tones. So I'm playing a 1997 Fender Roadhouse Stratocaster. This is my clean tone. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and kick into it. We'll start with the live pedal. Had to turn that interface down. And we'll turn the magnitude, which is the boost side. We'll turn that off right now. Notice with that octave on there, it's really not. I personally don't like it for this kind of style. I think it was made for drone, it's best with drone, like, you know, that whole. That whole thing, especially if you mix that boost in there. But let's go ahead and mess with that filter. We'll get our highs kind of back in there. Now, if you're wanting to play lead stuff, let's go ahead and turn that boost off real fast. I find it best without the octave. The octave, and to me, it's more of a harmonic octave. I don't really hear much of the like octave part, or, you know, I hope that makes sense. But like, just listen to this real quick. Like, if you play more than one note, you'll notice it's not a huge fan of that kind of stuff. Like, it almost sounds a little like a distorted ring modulator in a sense. There's just some notes that it really doesn't like, and these two are definitely a couple of those. Like, you can hear this. Now, if we get rid of that octave, though. Personally, I like it with more high end. So let's go ahead and try turning that distortion down, and we'll put that boost, well, before we put that boost on. Let's go ahead and turn that back up a bit and try one of the different clipping modes. Yeah, so you can kind of get an idea. Let's go ahead and turn that boost on, and I'm going to very quickly kind of go over the rest of the settings and things like that. Like I said, this isn't supposed to be an in-depth video, more of just like a, well, the pedals and chill. See, it's those high notes. And you really can't just do two notes at once. Or at the same time, I mean. It's like it doesn't know what to do with the frequency. Now you're good if you're putting... if you're putting a lot of emphasis on one single note whenever you're doing something like that. But if you're trying to play multiple notes or two notes or whatever at the same time, it doesn't really like it. If you're playing long extended chords, like, you're good. But if you start trying to play, you know, like... once you get up to that 10th fret on your B string, and then that's the 12th on your B string. Like once you get up to a certain level, it just does not. It really does not like it. I mean, that's not to say I don't love it. I absolutely love this pedal. But it is made, it's made for a drone band, and it's made for drone sounds. Now, to me, like this, I think I have this kind of set to a similar tone as the live pedal right now. I feel like it does a better job for that kind of stuff. And you can hear, like, it gets pretty close to that octave kind of sound. Except I feel like this handles those high ends better than the live pedal does. This is the 10th fret on your B string again. See the multiple or the two notes simultaneously too. I don't know. And you can also do some really crazy stuff. It'll self-oscillate if you start messing with the settings and everything else too. Let's go ahead and take a look at Alpha Hunt. We'll just kind of go down the row here. There it is. All right, so really the trick to getting that kind of tone on the Alpha Hunt is just cranking your gate and your bias and everything. And then right now I have the low pass filter off, and then cranking, you know, the high on your EQ and everything. But yeah, that's kind of the Alpha Hunt getting close to that live pedal sound. you'll notice like this one has absolutely no problems with those. But it doesn't have that octave kind of effect, or that, you know, that higher end effect like these two have, or the life pedal does with the, well, obviously the life pedal has an octave knob. But you'll notice like these two got a lot closer to that sound. This one gets kind of close, but it's just a little bit short of reaching that, the life pedal goal. But it sounds incredible. I really, really like this pedal. I do have a longer form demo of this one. One's a feature, the other one is an actual in-depth demo where I try it out with synth, drums, and guitar and bass. And you can check that out under my other videos. This one is a recent one that Kink Guitar has sent over to me. It's a distortion pedal. It's called the Stab Zone. And Kink Guitars is a company out of Australia as well. So let's just go ahead and take a look at that. Now what we have, the controls aren't labeled or anything, but what we have is our volume, gain, high, and low. And you use the high and low to also kind of control the mids and everything. And they do a really good job of, it's kind of like pulling their own little section of the mids, I guess you could say, or stretching the mids, or rolling that, almost, I guess you could say, parametric kind of EQ sound to it. It's really interesting. I really like this one too, and the artwork is freaking killer. Like I just get a kick out of that. It looks very, oh, who's that guy that did Sin City and everything? Y'all know who I'm talking about. It looks very like that kind of comic book style, and so I freaking love it. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. My bad. Volume gain. Well, hit the wrong note there. Oh, I told y'all I'm not a shredder, so again, this is just supposed to be a chill, relaxed video, so it's going to get a lot of downvotes, a lot of talking, and a lot of mistakes. Let's go ahead and crank that low end, and that'll give you an idea of it. So if we go ahead and kind of take the low end, crank that high, give it some more gain. Let's go ahead and get that, give it a little more low end. But yeah, let's go ahead and take that down and kind of put them back again, spread in a Y shape. And we'll get a little more high. Probably out of all of these, this one is the farthest as far as the live pedal tone and sound. But I really like the distortion that this one provides, and I feel like the highs on this one are really good and really strong, as well as the gain and distortion kind of tone you can get. So I thought it was definitely worth adding to this group right here. So yeah, that's kind of a brief overview of, some 5 distortion / fuzz. If you're looking for something to do like strong leads on, kind of like what I was playing here, I would really suggest RNRMF or the Stab Zone over any of the others sitting here, surprisingly. If that's what you're looking for, is like something similar to this, but something you can also do leads on, I really would suggest either this one, probably alcohol. I don't know. No, I would still say these two are probably your best bet. And I'll add a link to their websites down in the description and everything. And I'll link all of these, actually. I should probably do that. And I guess that's about it, really. If you listen to my banter and my BS, I appreciate it. I enjoy doing just these little laid-back videos and everything. Kind of no pressure deal and very informal. If you want, like and subscribe or whatever. If you don't, nope, don't. But yeah, I think I'm gonna chug this coffee, maybe watch some Simpsons and go to bed. Y'all have a good night.